but it's like it's crappy today. We get like 5 or 6 bad days a year. This happens to be one of them.
Well, it's a good day to work on a campaign.
Well, that's what I want to do. I want to do a Thanksgiving campaign, but I always get confused by campaigns. So I'm not sure if it's you know, I just well, I mean, I guess I don't know what the difference is between just a regular card send and a campaign. But
Okay.
I suppose it's much easier to add your contacts.
Well, and
So,
I asked you if I could record this mainly so if other people have the same questions, I can post it out there and say, here's my conversation
sure.
with Jim about creating a campaign and what's the difference. And you had said, well, maybe I should add one of the Elite or the Elite Plus packages. So I want to do the math around that with you. So that,
Yeah, 'cause I just didn't know. I looked at it today, but I don't understand the send, the touches and whatnot and stuff like that as far as what the difference is between. Because mostly, I mean, I'm a single card sending guy. That's like what I do. Like I have a reason to send a card and I do it. Um, the last time I did a campaign was Christmas last year, so I'm a little out of practice.
okay.
But I think that's what I want to do.
All right. So here's the pricing. Now, are you on the 97 or the 147?
97.
Okay, so you can send unlimited, heartfelt, hey, I'm thinking of you, I want to send a card, and off it goes. So I want to
Yeah.
I'm going to touch on what the 3 ways to send are for people. So the heartfelt card is what you just described. You know, I have a reason to send a
Yeah.
card today, and I'm going to send it. Individual card
Yeah.
with the immediate send date. A group send is defined as a card with an immediate send date, but mailed out to more than one person. So, like your holiday
So
cards.
like my Thanksgiving card.
It
Yeah.
could, yes, that could be a group send, or it could also fall under a scheduled send because, like, I can create a campaign today, and I can schedule it. Like, I can create my Thanksgiving card today. I can schedule it to go out on November 13th. That's a scheduled card to a group of people. And so
Yeah.
when you're looking at these add-ons, I'm going to minimize us up here in the corner for a second. So when you're looking about
Yeah.
at
I
the
don't want to look.
add-ons,
I got as much light as I can have. Is it looking too dark?
no, it's just taking up my screen and I
I got
can't.
like a light thing on.
Okay. So
You know, I'm taking my glasses off. That
you can
reflects
you
off
can
that light. That's better.
you can see my screen too, by the way, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. So the Elite and the Elite Plus for scheduled cards and group sends. You know, so right now if you were going to send a group send to how many Thanksgiving cards are you going to send, Jim?
Um, around 300, I'd
Okay.
imagine.
So
Somewhere in that range.
if you sent 300 cards, I'm going to do the math because I'm a big fan of doing the math around things to make sense. So $1.75, so
Yeah.
$2.25 a card because they're $1.25 or $1.75 plus postage times 300 would be $675.
Right.
Now,
That sounds about right.
if if you if you purchased the Elite, you could send 500 cards for $625. Well, plus postage. So, $1.25 per card. So you're going to save 50 cents a card. So 50 cents times
So it's
300.
going to cut it in half,
Yeah,
almost.
you're going to save $150 by buying the Elite package. Now, do you
Okay.
think do you think that you're going to send, like, would you do that at least 3 times a year, so you'd be sending 900 cards a year to
Well, I'm definitely going to do. Yeah, I'm going to do it for Christmas, obviously. So
so
that'll be the next time, and
all
then
right.
I'm sure there's other reasons that I could come up with during the year to do group sends. Now, tell me this: On the plan I have now, what would be, does that, because I don't know about group sends. I never did that. So
Well,
the $97 thing, how much would that, yeah, let's go up there. Yeah.
so if you get 10 group sends a month that accumulate. So over a year, that would be 110, 120 cards if you're on the premium for 12 months in a row. Those accumulate.
Okay.
They don't fall off for a whole year. You have to use them within the year though. And so
Yeah.
you get those, but $1.75 per card plus postage for any standard card that you send outside of the heartfelt card. So if you sent a group send or if you send a scheduled card send, they'd be $1.75 plus postage. So that's why it's good to do the math around this time of year, because you're going to send a group of cards to people and you want to get it at the best value.
Right.
So my
Now, what's better than what the enterprise one, the next one?
the
You know,
enterprise.
what's
So this is the one I'm on, and this is one you might want to consider in the future if you get in the habit of sending groups of cards. So each month I get 100 group sends. So all I have to do is
so
pay
you
additionally for
mean no,
post.
time out. Time out. You mean 100 cards or 100 separate sends?
A
You know what
100,
I'm saying?
well, 100 group sends to one or more person. So I have to send it to at least two people to be considered a group send. See, the scheduled card.
So, like, if I wanted to send, say, I wanted to send, let's just say 5 during the year, I want to send 5 group sends to my 300 clients. That
You don't want to be
right?
on the 147 because those don't roll over. You lose the 100
Okay,
each month that you don't use them. So it would make more sense to buy the Elite Plus because you get
and that's just
1,000.
that's a one-time fee, right? Like not monthly.
That's a one-time fee.
The elite thing, you buy it one time. Okay.
You buy it once a year,
And then
and
all
you
right,
get
once you.
unlimited access to the campaign store. So, do you know anything about the campaign store?
No, I looked at it today for the first time because I saw it said that. So I said, "What's a campaign store?" And then I went and looked, and I guess it had like pre-done. Like I looked in the realtor section. There's like 5 cards that it would send for something.
Right. So
I'm
let's
terrible. I'm terrible.
well, that thingy over there, that thingy. Oh, and also it comes with your handwriting font and signature. So if you don't have that in your system yet, you could have that in there as
I
a
use that Gloria Hallelujah that you showed me the first time, and I've never deviated from it.
I love Gloria Hallelujah. Okay, so
I use that one. It looks
so
nice.
let's just go down to the real estate because most of the people that are watching this can probably relate to real estate. So LMNOPQR, here we go. So here's campaigns. This campaign's a 3-touch, a 5-touch. So if you just view this, it's going to show you the 5 different cards, and it's going to go out immediate, in 6 months, 12 months,
Oh,
birthday, and December 20th. So it's built in, the holiday, a birthday. If we click on this, home is where the heart is, then that shows you what the inside of the card looks like.
so that's like it's like a touch through the year, like
Right.
5 touches through the year.
So you can
That's
implement
cool.
this. You can implement this for a buyer. It's not, there is verbiage in there. It's just not loading this very second. So if go back here. One of my favorites. I like this one. So I can go here. I like the cards in here. I like the birthday card with a key, kind of anything that has kind of shows about housing. And they have it set up, happy birthday, first name. I hope your birthday is fabulous. Now you can change any of the verbiage in here, the text. What they've
I
done,
like it.
immediate, congratulations on selling Congratulations on selling your house. I'm grateful you trusted me to help make it happen. Here's to new exciting adventures. And then 1 month later, this is a card designed to go out. Thank you for choosing me as your agent. Feel honored to be the person you helped to sell your house. You were great to work with, and I can't wait to see what your future holds. I'm here if you need anything, so please don't hesitate to call. So that's just like a 30-day checkup. And then,
Little touch base, yeah.
yep, here's a 6-month card. Spread the word. I'm so grateful for the opportunity you gave me and really hope your experience was as good as mine. If you or anyone you know has questions or needs a real estate advice, please let me know. Thank you for everything. And then here's the Thanksgiving card. So you could implement this, and so you can, when you buy this, but as if you have the Elite Plus, when you click to buy it, it's going to say 0, because you can collect as many of these campaigns as you want.
Oh, that's nice.
In your system without buying them. So whether you
and it
use
doesn't
them or
matter
not,
how big my send is. It could
no,
be 200 or 20 cards. It doesn't
right.
matter.
So when I
That's
go,
pretty cool.
so see, I've collected a few already. And when I go here to this one, I can open this campaign. Now, if I wanted to send this out to, let's say, a new client that I just added to my database, I just click send order. Now I can select all of them, or I can deselect any that I don't want to send. So like if there's 2 people in the household and I only have one person's birthday, it's still loading. One of these is a birthday card. Then I would just unselect the card I don't want to send. So you can have, just
so
think
you can
about this.
customize.
Yes, and you can have,
Can I
let's
take
just
one
say,
out, put another one in?
yep.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know if this is because, I don't know, my internet out here at the lake might not be as great for loading the cards, but yeah, I have a friend who, she took one of the campaigns and she took 3 of the cards out, but left 2 of them that she liked in there, and just added 3 of her own that she wanted to have in there. So yeah, you can tweak them, make them your
like I
own.
would always want a Christmas in there, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's cool.
So I've collected all these.
So you get those with the Elite.
Yep, you get those with the Elite package. And then it counts down. So right here, it tells you how many,
How many?
scheduled cards you have remaining. So as you send off scheduled cards, it'll count down to 0. But here's the cool thing about being on this. If we go back to pricing, let's say you send your 1,000 scheduled cards, Jim. If you're on the 147, so then you go, okay, I have 4 months left to do that. You can sign up for the enterprise package, and then all the rest of your scheduled cards are only 99 cents per card for the remainder of that 12 months. So, I mean, like I say, it's always good to do the math around what makes sense and then kind of go from there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, I think they stand out so much more than just a regular, thank you card or whatever. I mean, these are like on a whole entirely different level. So much more, recognized, and they think I really took my time to do something special. So it's really good. I love it. I love the send out cards. I think it's awesome. And I'm finally starting to get some traction in my office. I've signed up a handful of people that are now starting to use it. And I just, my broker gave me kind of thumbs up at a meeting the other day to tell more people about it. So it's becoming, becoming more of a thing. So that's cool. Because, it's it's just the most important thing is to get that personal connection, with your client. And this is just a phenomenal way to do that. Just it's not all businessy, so it's a good thing.
Can I share a quick story with you? I love the stories.
Of course.
Can I? I didn't even let you answer.
Yeah.
So
I said, of course.
So I'm going to go back to the beginning when I started using SendOutCards. I had some success right away when I attended an open house, and this was in 2006. I met Michelle. She came to my open house, but she was going through a divorce. She thanked me for my time showing her around the house. That wasn't the house for her, but I sent her a card saying it was nice to meet you. And then a few days later, I sent another card saying, if there's anything I can do, please let me know. And she hired me. She didn't know me from anyone. She hired me to help her buy a home that year, and it was delayed. It was like we went under contract in April. There was still snow on the ground, but the pictures indicated that there's a beautiful garden at the home she purchased. So I took a picture and said, it won't be long, and the morning glories will be coming up over your fence. And I remember her calling and crying and saying, oh my gosh, that's the most beautiful card you've ever sent. And, we closed on the home. She referred us to her babysitter, and the babysitter and her husband bought a house. And then later on, several years later, they moved out of, out to the Upper Peninsula. So we sold their house. Her mom bought a house. Her boyfriend bought a house. And then we didn't hear from her. Like the last 4 or 5 years, it's been kind of silent. And I know her mom passed away. She didn't call me to list and sell her home. And I thought, well, maybe something came up, or maybe a realtor moved into the neighborhood. I saw her 3 weeks ago at a grand opening of a grocery store of a client of ours. And we just had like a 60-second conversation. Hey, how are you? How you doing? And off she went. And I felt prompted to send her a card and tell her that she inspired me early on in my real estate career. And she inspired me on why I always send cards, because of the response that I received from her and the subsequent referrals. And so that was 3 weeks ago. Last week we were out to Park City for a leadership conference, flew into Detroit. And don't you always go to the gate where you're going back to your home city and you're like, wonder who I'm going to know at my gate, even in 2 hours away. Well, Michelle was there, and her and her daughter were flying in. And it's like, so that was twice that I saw her in a 3-week period of time. I'd sent the card, and I didn't know if she'd received the card or not, which I'm sure she didn't, because just 2 days ago, she posted on a video that I have on my timeline, and she said, thank me for the card. She said, I had no idea that I had an impact on you, Gayle. And so now, guess who's liking my posts and showing up in my newsfeed? She is. And
yeah, because you reconnect, you re-engaged with her.
We re-engaged, and that card, I really feel like the card spoke to her. Like you're a reason that I continue to use SendOutCards, had the success. You're the reason I've had success in real estate, and just wanted to appreciate that fact. So every day, because I send cards all the time, there's stories that come up that continue to build my confidence and build my resolve that this is really the best mechanism for me and for so many others to connect.
It is.
To connect.
It definitely is. Like I mean, I'm an old guy, and I've been I've been around a while. But when my birthday, sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. Sorry. Whoa. Everyone sent me a card. A bunch of people did. And I was like a kid at Christmas, like, wow, look at all these cards. I had all these cards. And you always recognize the send out card envelope. So I always get excited to see what they did. and every one of those cards I saved them. I have all of them. So it's like, like a regular card, like a Hallmark card, they're gone. I don't know where they are. I threw those away. But these cards I have saved every single one I've gotten. And that, for me, that's a big thing, because I don't say, I'm not real sentimental about things and stuff like that. But they look so nice, and they're all on my desk. Like they're just like standing up on my desk, like a whole bunch of them all together. And I like them. I like getting them.
I can tell because you're smiling as you talk about it.
Yeah, they're fun. It's fun, and it's different. It's a different thing. So no, it's a cool. I mean, it's definitely a cool system. I believe in it. I think it's the single best way I've seen to connect on that personal level, and to do it consistently. That's the thing, to do it consistently. Like the social media, where you go through their Facebook and then send them a card. I do that all the time.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome. I think it's a great idea.
Those are the most impactful.
It's yeah, absolutely, because it has nothing to do with real estate. It's got absolutely nothing to do with real estate. It's all about them. Mm-hmm. So it's it's just a genuine way to connect.
So after going
without expecting anything in return.
Exactly. So after going through that exercise, does it make more sense for the Elite or the Elite Plus for you, do you think?
I mean, definitely the Elite. I don't do it that many times that I need the Elite Plus. But the Elite, because I do want to do those. I like those campaigns. I think that's the cool thing. And because what I do is a year with every client. Mm-hmm. So how do you do it? Well, you do a monthly newsletter. There's 12, and birthday and things. But you use the send-out cards for the majority of them. But those built-in campaign, those 5 touches, now that just makes it easier. Mm-hmm. So maybe you do a couple of those campaigns a year. Now you got 10 touches. You're up over 30 touches, and that's what is going to get you that top of mind. With your clients. So no brainer. To me, it's a no brainer. It sounds like a simple solution to a question that I've been having: how to keep in touch consistently and have something relevant. Like I like the like they had the holiday built into it, and the 6-month follow up and the 30-day follow up. I mean, those are good. That's great stuff, and it's easy to do.
And
so I like it.
And you're not limited to what SendOutCards has. You can be totally creative and on your own and do your own thing, or use those templates to get started and then maybe add a couple other cards in there. Keeping in mind the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, keep it about the relationship. 20% of the time, it's marketing and promotion. And when you keep that balance, you never offend anybody, because everybody likes to get cards in the mail.
I've never had one person say, "Stop sending me cards." That doesn't happen.
No.
So I'm not too worried about that. Let me ask you one other question that I had. How long does it take for them to go out? Like, if I want the cards to arrive, like, the week before a holiday or something, how do I know how long it takes to send them out?
Well,
or is there a general rule?
There is a general. I know with come on, calendar. Well, maybe I can get to my, here we go. So Thanksgiving this year is on the 22nd, because it's the 4th Thursday. So I've been recommending people to send their cards out by the 13th, so that they arrive somewhere like the 17th. They could arrive as early as the 17th to the maybe the following Monday, the 19th, and then, like, people are thinking of you as you enter into the holiday of Thanksgiving, and then they'll keep them around, probably a week after Thanksgiving at least, and then they switch into, getting decorated for Christmas mode. So if I always say 4 days give it 4 days. If you're sending it on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, it's probably going to arrive that week. If you're sending it on a Thursday, Friday, or
Okay.
Saturday, it's probably going to, it could arrive the middle of next week.
Okay, that's good to know, though, so I can kind of time it a little better.
Right. So, and
because what I got to do is I got to update my contacts and get the new clients in from the last few months in there, and then get them going. That'll be my next step. Will be update it, but then I'll sign up on that and get them sent out.
There's also
I don't know any better way to do it.
You don't? You what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said I don't know any better way to do it. It's an awesome setup.
So I'm just going to show people where to find if you hover over your name over here, you can visit your personal website, Resource Center. And if you go to the Resource Center, holiday checklist. So I recommend everybody look at the holiday checklist, and it's going to give you some great ideas on mailing deadlines, international, Canada, USA, and Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, there's lots of great information in here. Send your holiday card campaign style. There's just a lot of great info for people to figure out what works for them. So again, to find that, just hover over your name when you're logged into your new account and go to the Resource Center. It's right there at the top.
That's great. Good tools.
All right.
Well, I appreciate you very much. I got more than I bargained for, so I'm glad to chat with you. So
yeah,
this is awesome.
And I'm going to go ahead and I'll stop the recording right